mystery monkey of Tampa Bay is Cornelius. He is a rhesus macaque, and he was on the run in Tampa Bay in 2008 for 4 years. He went everywhere from Clearwater to Hudson to Town and Country and beyond. And he kind of set off this big chase. This is a smart breed, but this was an extraordinarily smart little monkey.
I personally have shot drugs to this animal a good dozen times, and for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to affect him. So all we keep doing is adding bigger doses to him to try to bring him down. But
folklore tales around the monkey just kept growing and growing and growing. It was hard to tell what was real and what was big fish, really, at a certain point. I'm not an animal reporter. I'm not a wildlife reporter. I'm a general interest humor columnist, right? So what I wanted to do originally was just to write a quick column looking back on the Cornelius story. And I pretty quickly realized that we didn't know where he was. And it sort of became an obsession of I have to try to figure out where this guy is. And if we could figure it out, it was worth a shot. He captured attention in a way that no other animals have. I mean, we had other monkeys on the loose.
A long overdue warning to the residents of St. Petersburg, Florida. Alert citizens spotted a renegade rhesus macaque monkey.
For some reason, this monkey was different. And I think what it was how intelligent he was. He was sort of an escape artist. He also really came to represent something for people, which is a thread that developed over time, a human thirst for freedom. He kind of became a symbol for like a repressed working class almost. This started probably intensifying when somebody created a Facebook page that amassed tens of thousands of followers. And the public seemed to get this notion that Cornelius wanted to be on the run. And if everyone would just leave him alone, he would be fine. The problem is that he is meant to be a part of a troop. He's not supposed to be dodging cars on Gulf Bay Boulevard. The trappers knew that something really bad was going to happen before he would get caught, and that's what did. In 2012, Cornelius jumped on a woman and started attacking her. She threw him to the ground, was able to get away. No one wants to get bitten by a wild rhesus macaque. So the family called Fish and Wildlife, and they started formulating a plan to come get it. They put out a trap and they loaded it with food. Well, again, remember, Cornelius is a genius monkey. He realizes that if he sticks his little leg out, he can keep the trap open. So he stands there in the trap, eating the food, just kind of mocking everybody. And this went on for days. So then at this point, they concoct a plan to drug it. So when he was finally captured, they sent him off to Dade City's Wild Things. And that's where he lived. I mean, we were all a part of this kind of big circus, and we needed a perfect punctuation on the story, and we got it. And pretty much after that point, everybody stopped asking about the monkey. It's way more than Cornelius. Cornelius is one monkey. He had a fascinating story, but he's really symbolic of a bigger problem, which is a wild monkey problem in Florida. And it even extends beyond monkeys. It extends to how we exploit animals for entertainment and then don't want anything to do with them anymore, and then don't know how to answer to the consequences. And that's when I started to look through the archives and realized that where he lived, the zoo, Dade City's Wild Things, had closed in 2020, and the owner, Kathy Stearns, had offloaded all her animals. It's reasonable to believe that included Cornelius. The way that the zoo closed, the owner of the zoo would have had to let people know where she was putting Cornelius. She did not respond to multiple requests for interviews to talk about it. It's a big secret on that end. I called Vernon Yates, who was the man who chased him for 4 years and inevitably captured him. He didn't know where he was. I called the veterinarian who issued the tranquilizing blow. He didn't know where he was. I started calling animal sanctuaries. They all knew about him, but they didn't know where he was. When I started asking for public records from the state of Florida, it became even more mysterious. I tried 4 or 5 different government agencies and nobody had records for this guy. They all knew of this monkey. This monkey is very famous. I talked to one woman at a primate sanctuary, and she pointed out that they didn't have him. But even if they did, a true quality animal sanctuary that's there to take care of animals is not there to get media attention. Even if someplace has him, they might not tell you because they might not want you coming in with cameras to upset their residents, which makes a lot of sense to me. He could be a lot of places, you know. He could be dead. He's probably not dead. He was estimated to be in his 20s at that time. Macaques can live to be 30, even 40, depending. So there's a good chance he's alive. And I actually have come to think that it might be better that way, that we don't know where he is. If he can just be another monkey in the world with kind, loving people who aren't trying to make money off of him, that's really the best we can hope for him.